guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, family. Y'all already know what time it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to be a part of the crew. Otherwise, we're about to get into this video and see what it do. Okay, so I'm going to be doing part 2, which is going to be covering the rest of you guys' zodiac signs. All right, also check it out. These are my zodiac bracelets I have to put on the website. As you can see, I got the one for Scorpio, and they all come with like the little zodiac symbol on it, and then it says what your sign is underneath. So mine has a little crustacean with the Scorpio. All right, but I gotta update the website, so I'll probably do that tonight and put those on there. All right, anyways, let's get into this. All right, so first we are going to start off with y'all Cancers, okay? Because everybody be talking about Cancers and how y'all are so sweet, but I got some cons about you guys too, Cancer. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna start off with the pros. All right, the pros in terms of dealing with the Cancer, or if you are dealing with the Cancer, or if you are a Cancer, is the fact of they are very sweet. Okay, they surely are. Cancers are very sweet. They're like the type to like comfort you. So it could be like, you'll sit back and be like, hey, like I killed somebody, and then a Cancer will be like, oh, that's okay, like don't worry about it. And you'll be like, well, I gotta go to jail, and they'll be like, that's okay, I'm gonna put money on your books. Like, that's how Cancers are. Like, they so sweet. They so sweet. Okay, you can like tell them anything without feeling like you're going to be judged. Also, they show lots of love. Okay, like I was saying, whenever it comes to a relationship, they definitely show lots of love. Very comforting and caring zodiac sign, which makes them great in relationships. Okay, so I just boosted y'all up. Now let's get into the negatives, because y'all ain't all that good. All right, so whenever it comes to the negative of dealing with the Cancer, is the fact that sometimes they go overly care. Like, they go over smother you with love and attention, and sometimes like that doesn't work for every sign of the zodiac, because I know for like Aries or like Scorpio or like other zodiac signs, we like to have our distance, like back up. We don't like all that attention sometimes, okay? And Cancers don't understand that, so there needs to be clear communication on that. All right, so it is, the negative part is that it's easy to get over on a Cancer. Like, if you play with the emotions, like it's easy to like not really get over, but it's easy to like manipulate them if you play with their emotions. So that's the downside, is that Cancers, y'all could get your emotions played with very easily. All right, meaning that somebody could act like they like you in a relationship the whole time, but they could be using you for like your money, for like your status, or like, you know, stuff like that. All right, the other thing is that Cancer, you guys take things very personal, okay? That's the other thing. Like, y'all take things a little bit too personal. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. All right, moving on, we're gonna go to Virgo. All right, so Virgo, the pros about Virgo, if you are a Virgo, if you're dealing with a Virgo, is that they are very intelligent. Virgos pick up on the BS real quick, like real quick. They already know what it's you about, what type of BS you come in with. Like, if you trying to scam, if you're doing some stupid stuff, like they already know. So don't lie. All right, Virgos are very independent. They're the type to where like they could ride things out solo. They don't really care. Like, they could do their own thing, and you ride their wave. All right, they're also very ambitious, very determined. They're basically like really mentally strong, and they're practical thinkers. Like, they're the type to where they like to make sense of things and people's actions. Like, so it's like, if it don't make sense, then you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it's not gonna work for a Virgo. Okay, so here's the negative for Virgo. It can be a little bit difficult to form relationships with them, because they could sometimes just be in their own world. Like I said, they're very practical, and they like for things to make sense. So if you're coming around doing something stupid, or if you're coming around and your actions just aren't making sense in terms of, like, say for instance, they're focused on making money, and whatever it is that you're doing just doesn't make sense in terms of making money. Like, you doing something stupid, and it's just the plan isn't working. So they're going to already pick up and be like, okay, I already know that that plan is working. They're going to come up with something systematic in terms of what they should do. Like, Virgos are really good in terms of like sticking with a routine, or coming up with a plan and then executing that plan. So it's like, if you're not down for executing that plan, or if they already see that what the route that you're taking isn't lining up with what they're trying to do, or lining up with making money, it's just not gonna work out. All right, sometimes, like I said, Virgos can be independent. They go, I got a notification. They could look or appear to be like on a little lone wolf type of thing, to where it's just them. They don't want to be bothered. All right. And sometimes they can come across as if they don't care. Okay, Virgo, be careful of that, because like I said, y'all get into your own world and then it just kind of like y'all brush everybody off and it's like not worried about nobody. But at the same time, I forgot to put that in there in terms of pros. Virgos are very loyal, okay? They are very loyal. They're very good friends to have. And they're the type to where they're very good with like managing things, like managing time, money, organizing things. So you'll see Virgos, like they're very like neat and tidy and things like that. So yeah. All right. Next, okay, let's get into the next one, which is Taurus. Let's get into y'all Taurus. Okay, so the pros of dealing with a Taurus is the fact of they take their time to make decisions. So this can be good and bad. So let's focus on the good in terms of this. Like in terms of taking time to make decisions, it's like they make sure that they kind of like look at things from a different perspective before they decide to make decisions. Like they take their time to like analyze things, see what it's hitting for. This can even be in relationships before they decide to get into a relationship with you. They take the time to like get to know you and things like that before they end up saying yes or no. Okay. They are very good at communicating. So it's easy to like get along with a Taurus. It's easy to communicate and make sure that, you know, you guys are on the same page, because a Taurus will let you know. Like they gonna let you know. Okay. And they're very willing to make relationships work. Okay. They're a little bit more understanding as well. So they put in more effort in terms of the relationship. All right. They also like to have peaceful like relationships. Like they don't like to be like having too much drama going on in their life, unless they're the one causing the drama. But for the most part, they don't like to have too much drama. All right. But whenever you do get with a Taurus, you are going to be able to form a deep relationship, because this is somebody who actually like, they're more understanding in terms of relationships. So it's like, if it's like going downhill, they're the types where they'll try and like bring you back up. Like they don't like to see you down. They don't like for the relationship to be going in a negative place. Like they'll try and like make the relationship work. They'll put forth the effort. All right, so the negative of dealing with the Taurus, because listen, y'all are the bull, okay? And with Taurus, y'all are very stubborn. Yes, you guys are. Even though, you know, all the Taurus, they be like, no, we not. No, we not. Yeah, y'all are. Y'all are stubborn by saying that you're not stubborn, okay? Like, y'all stubborn. All right, they are definitely stubborn. Whenever they have their mind set on something, like, that's it. Like, that's where the stubbornness comes from, because they'll set their mind to something and it's like you can't really get them to budge. So yeah. All right. The other thing with Taurus, it's hard for them to like forgive and forget things. So like you don't want to cross a Taurus, otherwise like you gonna be on the SHIT list. Okay. Like it's hard for them to forgive others whenever they have had somebody do something wrong to them. And at the same time, Taurus, listen, I know y'all don't like to hear it, but y'all are a little bit materialistic, okay? Like, and what I mean by that is, like, you might see a Taurus to where they like to wear a name brand, to where they have to have, like, certain things. It don't even have to be name brand, but they just have to have, like, certain expensive things. Or if they go to get presents for people, like, they're going to be the type to where they're like, no, I'm not getting that little... Like, if I get a present for my boo, it has to be from, like, Victoria's Secret or, like, y'all are like that. Like, y'all like to go, like, over the top a little bit whenever it comes to items. So you might see if you have, like, a Taurus, like, inside a house, it'll be, like, really, like, nicely decorated with very expensive things, exquisite things, okay? They got, like, exquisite taste. All right, so moving on, the next one is y'all Libras. Okay, let's get into it for Libra. All right, so here's the good things about dealing with Libra. I'm trying to keep my hair to the side. Here's the good things about dealing with Libra. Okay, so you guys are really good whenever it comes to influencing other people and like helping other people. Not really, but like helping other people in terms of advice. Like other people could really come to you and feel like just really like they could tell y'all anything and y'all are going to give them the right advice. Like y'all are the type to where y'all want to help your other friends in that aspect and feeling comforted and feeling like they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? That's where that balance comes in at. So with Libras, they form very genuine friendships. So it's like whenever it comes to being friends with a Libra, you could expect them to be very genuine within a friendship. Like they're not gonna be fake. They're the type to where they want to uplift you and help you out too. They don't like to see you down. They don't like to see you failing. All right. They're also very loving. Okay. And at the same time, they are very flirty. Okay. Libras like attention. All right. They're practical thinkers, very much idealists. So it's like they're the type to where like Libras can be spiritual, but it's like they're not going to be as in touch with spirituality. I feel like I don't know. It depends on what Libra you get with. Like I don't know, but they like to be like very down to earth and grounded within their thinking. That's what it is. They like to be very down to earth and grounded. Okay, and keep in mind, not all zodiac signs are going to be like this because, you know what I'm saying, it depends on your moon sign, your rising, how many degrees you are, okay? So this is just little synapses. All right, Libras are considerate of others, okay? They like to have peace within the relationships, within their relationships and friendships. They like to have like everything balanced out. They don't like to have too much drama going on, okay? So whenever it comes to Libra, they're the types where it's like, the drama is just a no. They'd rather just kind of get over it, or they just not gonna bother with it. They're gonna ignore it. All right. And they're really good listeners. Okay. Whenever it comes to Libra, they'll sit back and listen to your problems. Like, unlike me, I'll be like, listen, I got to go. I gotta go, child. Okay. You have told me a little bit too much. Like, it's like, it depends. It depends. All right. So, where did I put it at? Hold on. Because I had this on a whole different page for y'all Libras because it's not all good with y'all. Believe that. It's not all good with y'all Libras. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, I found it. All right. So here go the cons whenever it comes to dealing with Libra. All right. Y'all can be very manipulative, okay? And y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all can be manipulative of other people's feelings, and y'all know what y'all be doing, okay? And it's to the point to where y'all can be controlling. So it's like y'all talk a good game, like y'all know how to use y'all words to kind of like talk your way out of things. Like y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all know. All right. Sometimes y'all could be a little bit more talk than action, which leads to you guys being a little bit, for lack of a better word, a little bit lazy. All right. Libras, y'all come with the scale. Your zodiac, the thing is the scale, okay? And that leads to you guys being freaking indecisive, okay? It's like sometimes y'all could be like, just pick something, child. Pick something. Figure it out, okay? Because I can't stand that indecisiveness. It's probably because I'm freaking Aries and Scorpio mixed, but it's just like, ooh, they get on my nerves. I can't stand no indecisiveness. All right, but negative is that you guys are easy to follow others, which can lead to you guys getting placed in bad situations. So Libra needs that balance in terms of having somebody there in terms of like partnership to be able to like guide them in the right direction. And in terms of their friendships. So it leads to them having to really pick out their relationships and friendships wisely. Otherwise, they could end up in a very bad spot just by following behind the wrong people. All right. The other thing is that Libras, you guys try to make everybody happy, and listen, sometimes that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, child, okay? Everybody not gonna be happy, so y'all just gonna have to figure that out within yourselves, okay? Because listen, I'm like, if you can't please everybody, but a Libra will try to, all right? And that leads to you guys having too much onto your plate in terms of emotionally and just with your relationships, friendships, all that. So the other thing is that Libras do not know how to say no. Okay, that's why I said they try to make everybody happy, and for the most part, by making everybody happy, that means that you gotta tell everybody yes. Everybody is getting a yes instead of a no. Like Libras don't know how to say no. They're the type to where they will stretch themselves thin, knowing darn well that they're not able to do everything, but they will try and do that anyway to appease everybody. And the other thing is that y'all Libras crave attention, like to the max. Like y'all crave some attention, like to the point to where it'll get to y'all being either too flirty or too narcissistic, or a combination of both. Okay, next, Leos. All right, Leo. So the pros of dealing with a Leo, because I was about to say the con. I was already about to go in on y'all Leos. Hold up. The pros of dealing with a Leo is the fact of they are very creative, okay? They're very outgoing with their friends and their relationships. Like, Leos are the type to where they want to welcome everybody into their space, all right? They're very social. They have that go-getter mentality. They already like come equipped with like leadership qualities. They're loyal to the people that are close to them, like that's within their circle. They're very supportive, okay, and they don't like to see their friends and family in a negative space. So Leos will go above and beyond to make sure that their friends are like happy. But once they see that you the type to where it's just like there's nothing that can please you, like Leos, they're gonna be like, all right, like I don't got time. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time. All right. So here is, oh yeah, Leos also have a lot of willpower in terms of trying to succeed. So a lot of times you will see them pushing forward, all right? And if you're not pushing forward with them, then they're gonna let you go. And they have no filter whenever it comes to expressing themselves. So a Leo's gonna let you know right off the bat how they feel about you, like you just gonna know, all right? So if you're doing something dumb, a Leo's gonna let you know right to your face, like stop. All right, so here goes the negative whenever it comes to dealing with the Leo. Leos can be a little bit pushy, okay? So if they see that they're not getting what they want out of the relationship, yes, they will be pushy and try and push things into the direction, or push a person into the direction that they want them to go in, which can lead to them getting pushed back. And Leos don't like to get that pushback. All right, they could also be controlling, which is why I said if things aren't going their way, they will try and like push things to go their way. And if you're dealing with, let's say for instance, it's two Leos together, like good luck, because one is gonna be controlling, trying to push the other one this way, and the other one's gonna be like, no, I'm not having it, gonna be getting pushed back, and then y'all gonna be arguing and just have fun. All right. Anyways, Leos are very attention seeking, so they're the types to where they're just kind of like Libras as well, so where they like for the attention to be on them. Okay, they don't like to share the spotlights, all right? And they don't like to share whenever it comes to relationships. So it's like, if you're the type of person that's not able to be committed in a relationship, you might as well just hop out the relationship with a Leo, to be honest, because Leos like to have the full attention. They don't like to share like that. So it's like, it's not gonna work. All right, they can come across as being very rude and put their feelings above everybody else's, okay? So Leo, try not to do that. Try not to come across too rude, okay? Because y'all do have a tendency to do that ish. All right, and y'all are the types where y'all will hold a grudge, okay? So if you do something to piss a Leo off, best believe, honey, they're gonna be holding a grudge over your head. Like, they're gonna be coming back, like, say for instance, you ate their ice cream, like they're gonna come back 5 years later and be like, yeah, remember that time that you ate my ice cream? Like, yeah, that's why I don't even take you to the ice cream shop with me, dog. Like, you just like, that was like 5 years ago. They still holding on to it, honey, okay? Best believe that. All right, next is going to be Geminis. Ooh, Geminis. Okay, let's get into it for y'all. All right, so positive about Gemini is the fact that you guys are very logical in terms of your thinking. Like, you guys pride yourselves on y'all achievements. So it's like Geminis, they strive to like achieve more in life. Like, once they get one thing accomplished, they're like, yes, this is what I need. And they already know what path it is that they want to follow, what path it is that they want to take. Like, they already come up with a plan in their head, they write it down, like they already like working to execute that plan. They know how to use knowledge and information to their favor. So it's like, whenever it comes to freaking just learning things, they know how to use that knowledge and apply it in their life in terms of them being able to accomplish what they want out of life. So it's good to have a Gemini friend. They're great at communicating their points, okay? Gemini is dealing with air, so they do a lot of thinking and a lot of talking, all right? They're very restless, okay? And that's in a good way, meaning that they like to get things done. Like, Gemini be like up and at it, like doing whatever it is that they need to do to get far. All right, they don't like to be stuck in one spot. Like, Geminis will work very hard in order for them to make it in terms of career field, in terms of their relationship. Like say for instance, y'all are in a rock and a hard place in a relationship. Like a Gemini is going to put forth the effort to make sure that y'all don't never see a day again to where y'all was broke, or where y'all don't never see a day to where y'all was at the bottom. Like Gemini is going to make sure that they keep it to where y'all are at the top. Okay. The negative. Let's get into it. Okay, Gemini. I know y'all done heard this plenty of times, but y'all are crazy. Y'all is crazy, honey. Okay. All right. That's why y'all little sign is the little twins, because y'all crazy. Okay. Y'all have like different personalities stored in you. So you might have a Gemini friend and her name is Sarah, but honey, like within the relationship or within the friendship, you're going to see Teresa, Tracy, Melissa, Karen, like all these different personalities going to come out within the relationship, and you're not going to know who you're waking up to on some days. Like, so be careful. All right. Geminis, y'all can be a little bit judgmental of other people. Okay. Other people who don't have it all together. A Gemini would definitely sit back and like already be like looking at you like, okay, and they are a little bit nosy and into the gossip. Okay, y'all definitely is. Okay, for Geminis, they definitely be nosy. They be into the gossip. Y'all something else. Okay, they can be impulsive, meaning that they might make or say things without even thinking about it. So that could be on a negative spectrum to where they will do things without them even like considering the repercussions as to what's to come. All right. And they could be indecisive about important decisions. So if there's anything like that's monumental in their life that they need to make a decision about, like they could be a little bit like Libra type energy right there. Goodness, I'm hiccuping. All right. And Geminis can definitely be a little bit superficial to where it's like they gotta have top of the line, or they taste is a little bit exquisite, kind of like Taurus. Okay, kind of like Taurus right there. All right, so let's get into my sign. Say the best for last. Okay, so as y'all know, Scorpio, definitely known as one of the most powerful signs within the Zodiac, baby. Okay, so let's get into the pros of dealing with a Scorpio. All right, so one of the pros is that Scorpios are very mysterious. Like, so it's like they're always going to keep you guessing. You're always going to want to know what it is that they're doing, what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always going to want to be around them. All right. Scorpios are very independent. They're deeply connected to like the occult and spirituality. And they can be very intuitive, just like Pisces. All right. Scorpios are good at keeping secrets. They're also good at picking up on other people's energy. They are loyal friends, so they're the type to where they are gonna look out for you. So it's like once you become friends with a Scorpio, like baby, they're gonna be right there with you. Okay, anytime you need them. Hey, what's up? All right, I'm pulling up right now. All right. Also, you can form very deep connections with Scorpios. Like they're very intense whenever it comes to like love and relationships. So it's like the bond that you form with a Scorpio goes like way beyond words. Like it's like you won't even be able to explain it. You won't even be thinking that the friendship's that deep, but they will take it that deep. Or you won't be thinking that the relationship is that serious, but they actually do be taking it that serious. All right. They're very deep thinkers. So like I said, they got that mystery about them. So you're not going to always know what it is that they got on their mind or what they doing. Like they be doing little stuff on the low that you don't even know about, or they be thinking about stuff like in a whole different way than what other people think about it. All right. And they're really good at making decisions. So it's like for Scorpio, they're the type to where, unlike Libras, like Scorpio already have that decision made in their head, and they be like, all right, baby, I already know what it is. I already know what I'm about to do. Like, let's get to it. All right, so let's get to the negative, because it's not too many negatives whenever it comes to Scorpio. Say not. Oh yeah, also Scorpios pick up on lies quickly. Like, you can sit back and think that you're lying to a Scorpio, but they'll already be knowing what the lie is. We're the type to where we will ask you certain things just to confirm the fact that you was lying. Like, we already knew that you was lying. We just wanted to ask the question to see what your answer was going to be. and if you would still want to stick with the lie, baby. Okay? Now, let's get into the negative. All right, so they could be a little bit possessive and jealous at times, okay? Like, who ain't? Say no. All right, Scorpios, we are a little bit crazy with it, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Scorpios, yeah, we a little bit crazy with it whenever it comes to being possessive and jealous. But it's just how it is, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with a Scorpio, it could be like, listen, baby, you are not finna go nowhere, okay? You finna stay here with me. Don't worry, this is a plastic knife. This is a prop, okay? It's plastic. All right. But that's just how it is with Scorpio. We're a little bit crazy at times, but that's okay because y'all be liking the craziness. All right. Anyways, we could be a little closed off at times. Like, okay, not even at times. Like, a lot of times we could be a little bit closed off, but that's just how we are. Like, that is what provides the mystery. All right. And on a negative, we love very strongly, like I said, and that just leads to being possessive and jealous at times because of the fact that we love so strongly. We can be vengeful. All right, meaning that if you cross us, baby, get ready because you about to get crossed like an ex, honey. Like, don't play. All right, Scorpios do have a lack of trust whenever it comes to relationships. Like, right off the bat, we already like side-eyeing you, kind of like, all right, we get into this relationship, but I already like looking at you like differently. I don't care. All right, until you prove that I'm able to trust you, baby, I don't trust you. All right, and we're the type to where we hold a grudge, okay? We definitely do hold grudges. Like, you do us wrong, we gonna remember it, just like Leo. All right, and Scorpios are very moody, okay? Like, so we will go back and forth with how it is that we feel about you. We can be a little bit mischievous, meaning that, you know, sometimes we be doing little things on the low, just causing a little bit of trouble, okay? But who don't? All right, and like Taurus, we could be stubborn about how it is that we feel. So that's just it, all right? Anyways, like I said, Scorpio's the best. Leave us alone. But did I cover everybody? Okay, so yeah, I covered all the Zodiac signs. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure y'all check the Etsy shop, okay? I will be leaving the link down below in the description. I will be adding these Zodiac bracelets to the shop. Let me take this off. It's easy to adjust too. I'm gonna have to do a video about this, about my bracelets. Easy to adjust. They are made out of leather. And as you see, it has your sign on there and then like the words down below as to what your sign is. All right. And you can just like put it on. And all you gotta do is like pull the little string right here and boop, it adjusts to your wrist. Anyways, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.